I'm going to attempt to do this in one take. This has been by far not even a close win. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. I've been through some things before. This one was over the top because not only was Antoinette with COVID, her mother also has COVID, and her aunt, who all live with me. And so before Antoinette was in the hospital, I was taking care of three people with COVID and working and trying to maintain my own sanity and take care of myself. Sleeping, eating, doing all the normal day-to-day functions. So if you have your own life and then you have three sick people on top of that, plus the crew of guys, plus this project we're on, plus other side projects that I have going naturally, and then projects around the house, you could imagine how it could be overwhelming. So I'm very grateful for all the support. Everyone's been reaching out. She's in Pomona Valley Hospital. The situation went from bad to worse only because her body needs the oxygen to survive. Without the oxygen mask on, she cannot survive. And being in the state she's in, she's very frustrated, and she was taking the oxygen mask off. Subconsciously, you don't want that stuff on your face. If she has it off for too long, she could pass away. So in order to have the mask stay on, they had to put her under, so she's in a slight coma. So she can't take the mask off. She's sleeping. The oxygen can go into the body, and the lungs can actually work and repair and breathe nice and slow. Her breathing rate was at 45 before they did the intubation. It should be 15 to 20. So she was, and this had been going on for days. Even before she went to the hospital, her breathing rate was increased, and I had noticed an increase in her chest movements, but she kept saying she feels fine. Up until the day she was intubated, the nurse said she felt fine. She wasn't in any pain, she was just in discomfort, and she was discombobulated and anxious. This condition of low oxygen affects your brain and the way you can think. And Antoinette is a very, very high capacity thinker. And so for her not to be in control, that is the worst for her. She hates that. She likes to be in control. She wants to know what's going on. And so I can imagine that turmoil on her inside was quite a stressful experience. And so naturally she wanted the thing off. The doctors don't want her to be in any more pain. They need her to heal. And so she, at 11 o'clock, was intubated, and then the numbers have been static, healing. She's got 100% blood oxygen level in her body, so the natural process can occur. Going forward today, I think we should look at what treatments we're going to do for her. This is going to be a long-term road. Her lungs probably have some permanent damage. There's no way to say right now, but she is very well. Her body is responding well to the rest that it's receiving, and that she is healing. I have not been able to go to the hospital because you need a negative 72-hour COVID test. I took the test on Sunday. Monday was a holiday. Maybe I took the test. I don't know. The days all blend together. Whatever it is, I haven't got my test results back from the urgent care. So I did the PCR test. This is my second one. I was negative last week. I get the test this week. If I have a negative test, I can go into the hospital and see her. Anne is in the hospital in a different floor because she has heart conditions. She is also on oxygen, but she is stable and she's not in any emergency situation like Antoinette was. When she went to the hospital, the main concern was she was getting weak from not eating. Her body had been without food, normal meal, for 4 days, and I was bringing her food and water, and she would not eat and drink. It would be very, very small amounts. So in conjunction with COVID, for her, it was very painful because she's diabetic, and food is a very nice thing for her to cure her pain, because diabetic, her blood sugars are all crazy. And so without the food, it was very painful to sit in the bed and have COVID. But her lungs don't have any damage. She didn't have any trouble breathing. Then the update on the sister is that her COVID has been the least aggressive. Maya has been able to get up every day. She's never had a day where she couldn't get out of bed. She's drank the chicken broth every day, or she's had some kind of snack. She's been eating fruit every day. Her intake was always proper. She didn't miss a day of eating and drinking. Whereas the mother went, there was probably, I don't know what day it was, in a 12-hour period, she may have drank 1 water bottle and may have had 2 full bites of food, just for instance of what was keeping her alive. That would kill you alone. The old people don't die necessarily from choking, from coughing. Just the body, it just becomes so weak, and COVID's very bad on the mind. They don't know how sick they are. That their body, the mind-body connection, it's like almost like it's like has a separation of normal reaction. If your body was sick, what you would do to treat yourself. This is different. This is something evil. These people that made this thing are evil people. When Antoinette was first choking before she went to the hospital, she didn't know that she was choking. She didn't know what was happening after. She thought she was okay. She kept saying, "I'm okay. What's wrong? Why are the EMTs here?" That's the worst part to see, is that they don't even know how sick they are. So we're praying for the family. There's people all around the world sending prayers. This has been an amazing experience to feel the love of Christ on earth. There is pain in this for sure. Lots of tears, lots of uncertainty. This is definitely something I don't wish anyone to go through. It's very rare I have to go through this. This is not something common. I don't know anyone else that'll ever have to experience anything like this. The doctor we see is a healer. She believes in healing, not just taking medicine. And last year with COVID, she only had 1 patient go to the hospital the whole year. This year, she's had 5 patients. Antoinette's the 5th person in the hospital. And leading up into this, we've taken the highest medical care possible. We have every vitamin you could buy. We have all the drugs that are been treated, all the drugs that people have used to treat COVID. We have it all. We have access to the finest doctors. We have private medical care, and it didn't matter. It just, for some reason, Antoinette's body was attacked by this virus in a way that most people will never experience. So this isn't something common that she had happened to her. This was just the way that we get to enjoy life, and that she will get to benefit this experience. Whatever the residual effect is, it'll be a benefit, because everything has a benefit to it. You have to see the silver lining. You have to see the gift in it. If you don't, you will be miserable with all your circumstances through life. So we will look for the benefit in this. We will look for the healing. We will look for the praise to give God the glory that He healed her body, because there's nothing man can do. The doctors are clueless. You ask them, they don't know. They don't have any answers. If you ask me to build you a kitchen, I can give you an exact measurement. I can give you a perfect, exact list of what needs to be done. They don't know. This isn't like that. This COVID thing is something else. And so if you've had any family with it, don't worry, because not everyone's going to go through this experience that Antoinette's been able to experience. Some people will have very mild case. Some people will have new experiences, and then they'll have to live through it. And so in 2021, the human population is resilient. We are never going to quit. If you're excellent, you know the deal. We don't quit. We just keep going. And so I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm beat. I'm tired. I'm eating well. I'm trying to exercise every day. I didn't exercise yesterday. I worked though, so physical movement was good. I broke a sweat. I'm trying to just take care of my head. I know that if I don't eat the premium foods and take care of myself, that I'm not going to be able to control my household and take care of my family. And so we're at war. We're still holding our ground. we're not losing any ground. The devil has no hold on our family. We have no victories. I mean, we have no defeats. We only have victories planned out. And so, Antoinette, at first it didn't seem like that was the best thing, but now, after having all day to let the first call of the intubation sink in, and then I had to wait 7 hours to hear from the night nurse what was happening. That was a long time of uncertainty, but I'm grateful that those nurses are there and that they were there before the intubation and after, and they had seen her care, and they said that the only reason it was an emergency is because she was physically just yanking it off continually. This procedure wasn't out of the normal for that case. And so thank you all. I'll try to keep you updated. This is the crazy ever, and we will just keep you in mind. Now I'm at the job. I gotta go to work. The show doesn't stop. We help feed a lot of families, so very grateful to be in this position.